Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. If you saw my last video, you know that this is part 2 of this little series that I'm doing. Just to recap, I stopped by a company called Next Adventure in Scappoose Bay where their store manager Adam helped me get set up with a fishing kayak. This is actually a demo, it's not mine. I'm working on a project with them to try out a few kayaks and showcase a few products along the way. So I'm super excited and thankful for the opportunity. Thanks again to Next Adventure for that. But today we're gonna rig this thing up. I really do not know what I'm doing, so this is going to be a learning experience for myself, and hopefully I can educate a few people about the things that I learned along the way. But we got a few new products that wasn't in that video that I ended up picking up, so I'm super excited to put this together. With that being said, let's jump into it and see what happens. Alright, so there's a few other things that I picked up from their paddle shop in Portland that I feel like I should address to you guys before we get started. So a couple of things that we ended up picking up is one, actually a Lowrance Hook Reveal 7. This one has 2D mapping, down imaging, and I believe side imaging. I haven't tried it yet, but it's actually on a Yak Attack cell block. Pretty cool little product. Holds it up there, and it has this arm right here that holds your transducer, and inside of that block you can actually put a battery. So we're running a Dakota lithium 12 volt 10 amp hour battery. They actually provided me with a charger to charge it because lithium batteries require certain chargers. You can't just use any regular 1 or 2 bank charger. So a couple other things I picked up is actually I ordered this online, and it's a catch ID holder for your catch board. It's gonna be weird. Gonna be measuring fish instead of weighing them. I think it'll be a fun learning experience trying to figure out where to put my hand. This is actually the ID where you put in your code for that tournament. Still learning all this stuff, but shout out to Marvin. He's a tournament director for the Northwest Kayak Division, and he was able to provide with info for that. One of the last things that I grabbed is actually this Wilderness Systems cart, and it's just purely just to transport the kayak around when I'm by myself. If I have to park at the top of the boat launch and drag it down. Obviously, when I'm using these kayaks, they're demos. I don't want to break them, scratch them, beat them up. So having this under it so I can wheel it down the ramp and take this in and out by myself is going to be key. And this is one of the other things that I really needed. Thanks to Next Adventure for helping me out on figuring out a cart situation. So I think one of the first things that we need to do is put the thing that's going to hold all my tackle, and that's this Yak Attack Black Pack Pro. One thing about this, it comes with only 3 rod holders. We got 3 more, so I'm gonna install this real quick and we'll get this mounted correctly. Still don't know what I'm doing, so we'll find out how this mounts. So we got the rod tubes installed on the Black Pack so that we can hold 6 rods. Obviously they just kind of drop in. It's kind of cool how they have these little slots on the side so that you can have your spinning gear there. One thing I would like to do is put some sort of tether around it so that if for some reason this does flip over, you don't lose all the rods. But that'll probably be for a later date. But yeah, I think it's good to go. Just grab Bass Mafia box and throw them in. I think this can hold 6 3700 sizes. I think I'll go 3600s eventually so I can kind of fit a little bit more tackle. But this is just gonna be temporary. Yak Attack did come out with their Black Pack Pro. I definitely have that on pre-order through Next Venture. So when that gets here, we'll have a different style. Because one thing about this is it's kind of hard to pull it out. You kind of have to move it sideways. But got that figured out, and on to the next. I think the next thing we're gonna start with is this graph and this cell block. So this little screen just pops off. Obviously your positive and your negative. Probably will fix this wiring because this is a demo model that Next Adventure let me borrow. So you just pop these on. Slide that battery in there along with the connections. Get that screen door. Slide that over to close it all in. That's it. Let's see if I figure out how to mount this. So before I can mount this, I gotta think about where I cast, right? I cast with my right side, I hold the rod on my left, I reel with my right hand. more comfortable, obviously, netting with my right and holding the rod in my left hand. So this graph is actually going to go on the tracks on this side. All right, so we got the graph mounted. Super easy. Just slide it on the rails, tying the screws down, and it's ready to go. One thing that's nice about this is when I'm trying out other kayaks, I can easily pop this out and put it on the neck. It's not hard mounted. This arm, it just goes down, and that's how it drops the transducer. Obviously this is adjustable, a little clip, but yeah, super easy. So I went ahead and mounted this Yak Attack boomstick. It was super easy, just tying it down on the rail right there. I do need to get a longer extension cord or power cord for my GoPro so that I can run it to a portable charger. Mine has voice command, so I can just put it on there and tell it to turn on and record and all that stuff. So at least we'll get some videos on the water. Probably one of the first things I should have installed was this VisiCarbon Pro. It's your light and also your flag. I hear all the time from guys that there's actually a lot of people on the water with boats that do not see kayaks. I mean, you're just so low to the water, and something like a flag helps a little bit. But even with a flag, I guess it does still get kind of scary. Definitely safety first. This is a requirement to pretty much have on the water so that people can see you. I don't know exactly where I'm going to mount this at. We probably got to figure that out. I know that some guys mount it on their black pack, and some of them actually just mount it on the rail on the back. I don't know what's a good location. I feel like on the black pack is probably a good idea. Cool. Comes with a little sticker. Don't have use for it now. So I went ahead and installed this VisiCarbon Pro. It's a light. I do not have a battery in it yet. I don't even know if it has one in there, but obviously it has your flag for safety so that people can see when you're on the water. It's super easy. Just rotate it and it can pop off. One reason why I went with this is obviously because it breaks down. So if I pull it off, I can break it down to, I think, 4 pieces, and I store it away neatly somewhere. Probably for this kayak in the front if there's room. One thing that Adam grabbed for me is these 2 roto grips. I'm thinking about my net because I've seen some videos of guys putting their nets up here and actually using these roto grips maybe right there that can hold the handle so it doesn't slip off the side. I think that's what we're gonna do. And this is what you call trial and error. You know what I just thought about? If I put my net there, obviously I can't reach it, but also I need to grab the net with my right hand. So if I was sitting in the seat and I'm grabbing the fish on this side right here, I need a net right over there so I can grab it. This thing needs to go on this side. That way my net can go right there. That's what I'm thinking. Do not know what I'm gonna do with this one, because for your paddle, this kayak specifically has this for it, I believe. And I think you can use it for your rods as well. So I'm not sure what I'm going to use that. I know some guys put it here for their net as well, but I don't think I'm going to do that. Again, this is just a demo. This is going to be a different layout than some of the other kayaks that I use. Probably just hold on to this for later and use it at some point. Alright, let's see what we got left. Bunch of cardboard everywhere. Get these RoboHawk tethers. It's actually a new product that Next Adventure is now carrying. Got the catch board ID, life jacket. Oh, we do have this Welding Systems cart. Definitely not going to show how that is installed because I think that would take forever. But that is something that I will show you guys how it's used on the water. I think we're just going to break the seal on this catch board. There's a few tricks that I learned from a few guys that fish here locally, talking about putting a potential sticker here so that when the tournament director looks at your photo, you can see clearly that the fish's mouth is on the end of that board, and also putting a line with a Sharpie on the bottom. Don't know if I have a Sharpie. Spike it? Probably not. Let me grab a Sharpie and let's do this. Well, we got a Sharpie, but I didn't find a sticker that's small enough. I looked through my drawer and I got like Z-Man sticker, but it's an AFCO sticker, but they're all too big, so we won't use that. But we will draw this little line here, and I guess all you do is just draw it right there I'll do that real quick and figure out how all this goes together. Probably shouldn't have used such a fat Sharpie, but whatever. Guess that's how it works. And then tether. So I got a longer RoboHawk tether. Got the tether on. I don't know if this is where it's supposed to go, but we got it tethered to the seat right there. And it is just gonna hang back here. Ignore all this. I do not know how to shut this box down, but we'll figure it out. My buddy Matt, who works at Next Adventure, he's our fishing team lead. I'm gonna have him, when we go out on the water, teach me how to strap this thing down, that black pack, because I really don't know. I mean, I tried it. It looked like a spider web. It was all crazy. Definitely probably not the right way to do it, so I'm gonna have him, because he used to have this kayak, and he has a little more experience than I do. But we got a life jacket, tether to my phone. We got a tether to my phone so that I don't lose my phone on the water. But after that, we're gonna be done. I know this is kind of a long video. I appreciate you guys following along with me on this. One last thing, and we can get ready and go fishing. Well, we got our NRS Chinook on. Got the tether, of course. I think there's a little slot here, and you just clip it onto there. And that holds your phone so that it doesn't drop in the water. Easy as that. Put it in there, zip it up. I do have the iPhone 11 Max, so fits in there perfectly. Easy as that, ready to go. And with that, we got to take everything off so that the next time we take this baby out, everything's not flying off of it somehow on the freeway. And get some tackle and get some rods rigged up, because the next video is going to be us fishing in this. Got to take her out for her maiden voyage and get a first experience on the water with it. I appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Drop a comment below. Let me know if you think this is going to work out for me, or if I'm going to fall in the water. And let me know if any of you guys kayak fish as well. And once again, I appreciate you guys watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Ooh, I've been on the flex since flex zone. Neighborhood all in your eardrums. I ain't never scared like
Don't put me in the video.
Oh, you're gonna be in the video, bro.
like I don't have no flaws. Snakes in the grass, cut those off.